Well, good morning, guys. Here's my day 3 of my vacation. Didn't get a whole lot done yesterday. Just puttered around. Did have to install a new dishwasher there for the wife. I had to change the pressure valve on the dishwasher. Didn't really record any of that. Get the lights turned on here. I did straighten up the shop a little bit. Get some things cleaned up. Went over to my buddy's storage unit. Picked up a few of the things I had hiding over there, trying to close out that stash spot. Picked up this motor here. It's a slant 6 out of a 67 Dodge truck. Gonna try and get that cleaned up and put in that 64 just so it would be a runner. Come on out here, the old got to finish unloading this. The original bumper from my 66 and back bumper I think I'm going to use on the 64. Pulled these out just for the springs. I don't know how well you can see. There's a portioning valve I'm going to need for the 64 right there. Got a new muffler for the 77 because I think a lot of the popping issues on that is the muffler. But I think today what we're going to try and tackle is getting that 360 out of the 77 up on a stand. Did have a few things that are getting in the way. I've got to clean that table back off. But I'm going to try and get the trailer cleaned off. Get some things moved around today. Just so I'm ready for Saturday. But let me get cleaned up after the dogs. And I'll bring you back as we get something done. Alright, guys? Let's get the day started and see what we can accomplish. So basically what we're going to try and do is finish organizing this little bit of a mess, because I'm going to bring the 54, the big red truck over there, I don't know if you can see it, in here this weekend. So I want to try and get this little tent shed thing deployed so I can move all my lawnmowers and stuff in for the winter. Nothing phases her. So hope you enjoyed watching me pull weeds, but I got that all cleared out. I think that'll be enough room to bring the 54 right in here. Just to make it easy, I'm going to leave that over there. Because I've got everything over here. Got the whole front clip. I got a gas tank from a 66. Like I said, the front clip for the 85. And here's an extra fender for sheet metal. Thinking if I can bring the engine hoist in, but the trailer's in the way, I can lift these up and slide them over, kind of like I did that one. Now to keep those up out of the way, plan to use this front axle here underneath the 54. Don't know what I'm going to do with these two. This is the original out of the 64 Dodge, and this is just an extra one. So, but I do got another set of single axles coming, coming for this. So I guess for right now we'll start laying all this out, because I want to put it up in here, and I want to be able to put my lawnmowers and everything underneath there. So let's get going on that. Alright, I got a lot of this pulled out. Looking at it so far, I know I've got this piece is good, and that's kind of what we're going to mock up. I think we need to take this one apart and make that to match that. Don't know what you're getting here. Make that piece match that to start, and see if we can at least get some kind of roof. This piece is kind of destroyed. This is really muffed. I do have this one here. It's kind of bent up, but I've only got two of those. Only got the two end caps. So I'll just put you on a time lapse here, folk, and let's see what I can get figured out. First order of business we got to try and do. Hopefully you guys are getting a good view. You got to try and straighten one of these up. That's jammed in there, and it's broke. So got to be real careful. Well, it's not perfect, but I think it'll do the trick. Boom. Let's go pull this out another set. That's not going to be fun to deal with. But we'll see what we can get done. Bigger than I thought. I didn't want to come out much further than about the 2 pallets. So I'm going to go ahead and take this all apart, pull this off of both sides, and see what happens when we shrink it down. So And then that corner there, I got to rebend that corner back because I don't have another one. So I'm gonna go change your battery out and download the video I got. I'll bring you back and show you what I got. Wow, it's starting to get a little warm out here, guys. It's nice. So take the time to figure this all out. So it's only going to be about a little over 6 foot deep. Went ahead and I cut these down to about 35 inches. Still got to drill my holes and put my bolts in here. I got to cut this one down. And that'll be it for the frame. And then we'll start getting the pallets in and do kind of like we did on that side. So, time for you guys to enjoy a little more of my shenanigans here. There we go. One little tent shed put up. Might have to get another tarp. I forgot it ripped last year. But we'll get some of those, I'll have to run up to Home or Harbor Freight or something and get some of those little bungee ties for this. But hopefully the pallets will help hold it all down and hold it square. The frame measures out perfect. It's the ground that it's on that ain't very level. But now we can put our junk in there. So let me clean up this mess. Maybe Maxine can help, I doubt it, but get this all cleaned up and we'll get some stuff moved in. I'll let you see what it's like. Here we go. Everything in its winter home. Still trying to do a little bit of research on this guy. See if I can find a new head right there. Not one that's going to cost me an arm and a leg. This poor guy, it's just time to retire it. All the adjustments are wore out. The wheels are all wore out. I've pieced it back together a couple times. I've kept it going. The motor still works, so that's got it. So, but we'll figure out what to do with that later. All right, guys. I think we're gonna call it a day here. Got most everything moved up, picked up, out of the way. We get the trailer out of here, and then we get these motors out of the way. Be able to pull that 54 in just fine. Still got a couple days to work out here in the yard. You got this all kind of picked up. Now finish cleaning it up. Over here there ain't a whole lot we can do because it's just stuff I need to use. I do think I'm going to figure something different out for a tarp on that. That came out real nice. So, well, if you enjoyed hanging out with me for the day, hit the subscribe button and hit the thumbs up. You guys have a wonderful evening. Thanks for hanging out with me today.